Hello, and welcome to the History Channel. Today's story is about the Whiskey Rebellion. It all started with Alexander Hamilton, who made a tax on whiskey. Farmers that made a living off of making whiskey, didn't have a lot of money, couldn't pay the tax, so they got mad. It was mostly in Pennsylvania, but it was in some of the other states as well. The tax was 25% on the whiskey, and big-name whiskey companies could pay the tax, but the smaller ones couldn't. The farmers that couldn't pay the tax flat out refused to pay the tax altogether. The rebelling farmers called themselves the Whiskey Boys. If they were to catch a tax collector, they would sometimes tar and feather them for being a tax collector. A letter written by Alexander Hamilton on September 20th of 1794 to Thomas Mifflin says, "Sir, the intelligence received from the western countries of Pennsylvania, which comes down to the 13th inst means this month, and announces a far as it was then known, the result of the meetings of the people in the several townships and districts to express their sense on the question of those counties disposed to pursue the path of duty, shows also that there is a large and violent party which can only be controlled by the application of force. This is the act against the insurgents with all possible activity and energy. The advance season leaves no time to spare, and is extremely important to afford speedy protection to the well-disposed, and to prevent the preparation and accumulation of greater means of resistance, and the extension of combinations to abet the insurrection. The President counts upon every exertion on your part, which is so serious and eventful an emergency demands. With perfect respect, I have the honor to be, sir, your obedient servant, Alexander Hamilton." The Whiskey Rebellion lasted 3 years after it started, and the way it ended was George Washington sent 13,000 troops over the Alps, and shortly after that, the revolution died out. But the tax was still there. But how the tax was removed was when Thomas Jefferson went into office in 18,000, I believe. He got rid of the tax.